So, welcome to VR Events. This is our team. It's me and Kristaps. And well, I'll let Kristaps actually do something. I can't see shit.
Okay, so starting off, what is service design? Well, in basic words, it's just understanding the user's needs and improving them to upgrade the service and make the experience for the user more efficient and effective. Our project timeline first was research and lecture, where we read the books and listened to the lecture. Then we made the stakeholders map and understood each of every key players and how they interact with each other. In our project, then we made the MVP in event. And lastly, we made user journey map to understand from a user's perspective how everything looks. Yeah, so our deliverables are stakeholders map, user journey map, and customer map. So for theory we read the Buckleplum Design's guidebook, which is basically a guidebook for teachers who teach service design. Really useful notes in Latvian, which was really easy to understand. And the mega Bible of the service design, this is service design doing. We use it to basically for all of our user journey maps, stakeholder maps. This was the base that we used. And also we used the double diamond method, which is design thinking process, where we started with discovering a lot of different problems. Then we got to basically one main problem that we want to solve, and then we again expanded to see different ways of solving it, and after that we come to one main solution for it. So, what even is VR events? What we want to do is make event experience for people much more enjoyable in terms of if people can't really go to different locations, or if those locations may be expensive and far away, then you can still enjoy the event while not actually being there. Why? By using the virtual reality headset and immersing yourself like you're there. So the problem that we're trying to solve is basically concert trips are expensive and time consuming. It may take a lot of time and a lot of money to get to, let's say, America or other side of Europe for a concert of an artist you want to see. And it can be time consuming also in a way that you need to plan a lot to do that. Robert.
All right, back to normal, right? So for the stakeholders map, basically as already mentioned in the previous presentation, it works in 3 levels. You have the main players, they're the main associated people. For us, it's VR events, that is us. The clients and also the event organizers, because those are the people that we're going to be working with, so we can record them. But also there's a lot of people that are directly involved, a lot of people that are indirectly involved. And the thing is, we need to be working with every single one of these people to make our product and service better and easier to use. And building the stakeholders map truly allowed us to understand how everything works together and how to make everything great. But moving on though, the main thing about the journey map, well, in this one, we focus for people that have movement problems, that are disabled. And the biggest problems that these people encounter are basically in 2 stages if they want to get to a concert. First is the home stage. You need to plan everything. You need to also scout the venue to understand if they have accessibility things, basically if you can just move around easily. You also need to have a place to stay. You need to find that. Not a lot of hotels have elevators. Maybe they're small. Maybe it's an Airbnb. You need transport, and you also need to time manage a lot. Because the thing is, well, you truly need more time if you have problems with mobility. And there's the event stage in which you need to really get over yourself and you need to ask for help because you can't always do everything yourself. But we went through the stages, and this is basically the final journey map that we built that we would basically our product solves. And well, let's get through it. First off, it's pretty easy. Well, you find the ad on your phone. Then you go to check the website or you go to find reviews. After that, you check the events to see if the event is available or if you want to find any, or you like the artists. After that, well, basically, loads of steps. You can either do that, do that, do that. We try to make it as much in detail as we could. And also one of the things that we thought about is, well, what if you don't have a VR headset? And so this is the bottom line, basically, how it goes through. That is for people who do not have VR headsets. And the top one is, well, if you do. There are two ways you can go around it. You can either buy the tickets on the Facebook store, you can do it on our website. Basically, we try to make it as easy as we can. And so, yeah, basically go through everything. There's loads and loads of steps. Unfortunately, this is currently how we can minimize it. We're trying to still find more ways of how we can make it easier, but this is something that basically, well, we've gone to right now. But yeah, we went through lots of versions. The first one was, well, really, really simple, and we understood that this is not how it works. It is way more complicated, so you need to go through way more to understand how to actually upgrade it and how the user journey works. But moving on, we also found out that there are companies that rent VR in Latvia. So these are the main players that we're going to have to work with exactly in Latvia. So we're going to add that to our website. Don't have a VR? Come and rent it. No problem. But yeah, about customer personas.
Yes, so first customer persona, Alisa, 17, from Riga. She studies in high school, has some money from her summer job, but mostly gets her money from parents. Music is a substantial part of her life. She likes to listen her favorite artists, and she follows fashion. And she would like to go to her favorite artist concerts, but often they are too expensive and too far away for her to afford it. And for communication, she uses social media a lot, as she is a teenager. Next one is Carlis. Carlos is 22 years old from Southpils. He's a student who studies computer science, makes websites on the side, earns about 600 euros a month, still lives with his parents, likes to play video games and listen to music. He's very familiar with technologies, has a VR headset, uses social media, and yeah, the problem for him is that it's too complicated to attend large events. Number 3, Toms, 29 from Cēsis. Used to play tennis. Would really like to watch sports tournaments, but they often are very expensive and it's complicated to get to them. And he's a gadget geek and has a lot of tech at home.
So, about our special KPI. Some of you may have heard, we made a concert, well, basically an event that happened in Liepāja on March 8th. And we did a small recording. We couldn't get the stream yet up in time, but we did make an MVP. If you want to try the MVP right now, please join me. We'll go over there. I can show it to you. But I gotta add, that is the most MVP thing you can get. We understood that there are so many things we need to look into. So our next steps for that is get better cameras, because the small GoPro Max doesn't work at all. In dark environments, it's just not the thing we need. We need to upgrade the software and the streaming side to actually get everything working, and we also need to start negotiations with, well, companies so we can actually film the events. But yeah, concerning my reflections, make it simple. Nobody wants to go through a process that is really time-consuming and difficult, so try to make it as easy as you can. Speak with your clients, understand what do they need, how they use the product, because the way that you intended to use the product isn't the way that the user might use it. So you really need to understand all these steps and make it easy.
Yeah, my reflection is that it is really useful to step in your users' and customers' shoes to really understand their viewpoint on how easy or not easy it is to use the product in order for you to actually improve it and make it effective and efficient for them. Yeah,
Boom.
thank you.
And to end it off with a great quote, why shouldn't people be able to teleport wherever they want? That's what we're striving for. So, who's up for the MVP?
So,
Questions?
I have a question actually. Okay. How did you empathize with the users? Like, how did you understand that these personas would be something like that? You said 22 years old, something.
yeah. Well, basically, that's what also one step that we need to take is to interview these people and get to people who have disabilities of moving, to actually understand their point of view a little bit better. But currently, as we hypothesize, that's young people who like to attend music events or sports events.
First of all, thank you for very visually appealing and very nice, visually very nice presentation. I think it was great and graphically very, as almost you were a design student. But what I was actually lacking was that I really like your user journeys. They look like UX wireframes more than user journey, what I know from service design, because user journey is more about emotions, challenges, like the steps, and these, they were there. But then what I would love to see that actually what are the main challenges for each of these user journeys? Because you had like 5 of them, or 4 or 6, or I don't know.
Those are 5 iterations that we went through.
Yeah.
But it is all for the same customer.
Yes. Basically, it's how we upgraded it, the user journey from first that we thought we would only focus on people who have a VR headset.
Mm-hmm.
From then we moved to people, well, basically if people have if person doesn't have a VR headset, so they can rent it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we lastly upgraded to it where this rent service is integrated, should be integrated in our service, so the person doesn't have to go to different website to rent the service and come back to our website to buy the event ticket, so they can all purchase everything on our website, and then we just send the information.
Yeah, I would say it was more looked like service blueprint, because it was at least showing some steps and what's happening afterwards and what are different ways how you can get, and maybe if you could do another layer, like who is responsible of each of the steps. But in user journey, why we are doing it, we actually want to point out which are these pain points where we have to really step in and try to understand and help to develop this service better for our users. So, for example, if you would do this kind of user journey for your disabled person, then you probably would see which are the kind of pain points for him to actually go to the event and see and be there. Yes, so just...
Can I add a small comment
yes,
on that?
yeah.
For the first one that I showed, there were basically the main 5 points that are the home stage, and there were the 3 points that are the event stage.
Mm-hmm.
And those were the biggest pain points that a person has.
Mm.
Although we did not include this into our product about the biggest pain points, so yeah.
Yes, but otherwise I think, as I said, presentation was very nice. It was very clear, really clear. I would say even better than your previous colleagues had, because it was like clear structure, and at least from service perspective, it was you told everything, and it was good. And this wireframe way, I think it's also, there is something, because that's how we see, for example, websites and how websites are going to use, where you click and you do next step and so on. Yes, I think that's from my side. Thank you. And I would love to see as well afterwards.
The
this
MVP.
Yes, definitely.
Or a prototype, is it?
It's a prototype.
Okay, there's a difference.
MVP prototype.
Yeah, I have 9 seconds.
Better,
Go
I'm
ahead, we.
better
They
prototype.
finished 4 minutes earlier.
Ah, okay. I also enjoyed the presentation. It was good, like some intro you did. There was one thing, this time I'm not sure, I kind of hooked on the word I can't see shit. And I was thinking, it felt that, because maybe because you had VR and technology and all this stuff, maybe you could this time use some more intelligent metaphor.
Yeah.
For I can't see shit, you could use something more different, I think more intellectual in this case.
Unfortunately, I have difficulty seeing right now. Is that fine?
I'm not asking you to do impro now, but it's just something, sometimes it's really good you go like that, and sometimes it is masterful to know when you have to do a bit different communication style. And this time I kind of felt it could be more fancier. The rest I think is really good. I like that you also came back to those theory you had. And I saw the problem that concert trips and international, I can't go there, but I kind of was lacking for me these psychological challenges from the users. Kind of, you pointed out that I can't get somewhere to, let's say, enjoy Tomorrowland next year because there's like trips and prices and all that stuff. But there was still, I kind of missed out the side, my psychological challenges on using VR or these kind of approach, like still my learning, as a user's learning curve to this service. So I kind of was missing this side out of all of it. You kind of.
If I understand it correctly, it's basically the problem with our solution. Was you say?
Yeah, would I use it and why not? And what are my inner psychological and emotional challenges towards the solution you have? Because otherwise, people would already use it like massively everywhere, but we still don't. So there's still some stigma and some kind of resistance to this kind of solution. So kind of it was lacking there. Yeah. Gracias.
Thanks.
Sorry?
I kind of had a question similar to what Aris asked, which was, well, had you looked into any data of other companies providing this type of solution? Because I am aware that there are VR headsets where you can attend events, stuff like that, and what are reviews on it? Do people actually like it, and do they pay any money for it?
To answer that, there are two companies that work a little bit differently. So the first one was Amaze VR, which basically builds concerts in Unity. And it wasn't Unity, but it was Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm.
So they make everything basically in software, and that's the concert. There was another company, which I forgot the name of, but it was acquired by Apple in 2020, and since then they have been, well, not active. They haven't done anything. So yeah, there was a company, but currently there is a gap, I would say, because from what I found, no one else does it right now. There was the company, but well, they got acquired.
Okay, but from people's side, the consumer side, have you looked into any reviews, like where people like, oh, fuck yeah, 5 stars, would do it again? Or is it like, was cool, but rather attend the event on site, get booze, whatever, have a party?
Unfortunately not, I didn't look into events. One of the problems with, I don't remember what the second one was called, but the one that was acquired by Apple that actually did exactly what we're doing is that their website is completely gone from the face of the earth. You can only find it in the Wayback Machine, if you know what that is. And so it's really difficult to find also reviews, but maybe I just didn't check, like, I just checked enough, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Still some research could be done.
Yeah.
Most definitely more.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.